in this section, we are going to start coding all our components. So let's start with the main component of our application, that is going to be the app.component.ts. So let's go to WebStorm, and in the source folder, we should have app.component.ts. If you remember from other lessons, we should always import component decorator. As we know that this is going to be the main component and it will be in charge of the routing of our application, we should start importing also route config. If you remember, this is the one that will hold the logic for every single route of the application. We will have also the router outlet. This will handle the area in the template that we need for putting every component that we are navigating into. And all this is from the library Angular 2 router. Okay, so let's create the decorator. And our main component will use a selector that is going to be my app. Let's define a template. So far we don't have anything, and let's put the directive arrays here with the router outlet, and yeah, that's it. It's missing the comma here, and let's export class app component, and let's put an intip constructor here. Okay, so this is a basic structure. We could go a little bit further, creating the router config, but we will do this later on. Okay. As we know, we will use several components across the modules, so we could start creating different components in our application. So let's do that, and we know that we will need the registration component.ts. We will need the login component.ts. From music, as we mentioned in the previous video, we will need the albums component.ts and also the album component.ts. From the common folder, it's not so easy to imagine, but if we do the diagram, at the end we will need a welcome component.ts. We will need a search component.ts. This is a search in the navigation bar. Our pagination component. Header. And also the footer. Okay, so let's do a template for all of them so we can start coding all of them. So Angular 2 core add component, export class footer component. Okay, we have the selector here, footer component. We have a template that we don't have it yet, but we will put it here, and yeah, and that's it. So let's copy and paste this in all components, and let's tweak it, change it a little bit. So this is a header component, perfect. We have the pagination component. Search component. Welcome component. album component. Albums component. This is where the Angular 2 command line interface will be super useful, because we don't have to do this manually and repeat it many times, but we can use the command line, hopefully, when it's ready. So good, we have all components already defined, and we could do one step more, that is the following. We know that we will need all these dependencies in the app component, so let's import all of them. Okay, so I have it already written this, and I will just copy and paste so we can save a little bit of time. So we are importing the login, registration, header, albums, album, welcome, and footer from all these folders, and we should copy and put all of them inside the array of directives. So with this, all our code is connected. So we are pasting all the components here. Remember that a component is a superset of the directive. So a component is a directive. It's extending the directive. And that's it. We have all components for our application. And now it's our job to start filling all the information in every single part of them. So see you in the next video.